All right, everybody, welcome back. A very special episode today. I just got back from my very first Bakugan tournament. It's held in Downey by Collectibles. You may know them as their YouTube channel, Hardcore Lector. That's right, it was Ethan's store. It was great. So it was a Age of Aurelius opening tournament buy-in. It was great. So it was 24 players. We all get 5 packs of Age of Aurelius, and then we get to add that to our decks. And then we played in Swiss style in 5 rounds. It went through 5 rounds. So if you kept winning, you fought better players, and if you lost, you kept fighting people who were in the same kind of level that you were, which is great. So before the tournament even started, me having never played Bakugan, it was crazy because I got there. The store owner was really helpful and just full of energy and everything like that. And he introduced me to someone who was on my same level, and him and I had a friendly match. So just before the tournament started, I got to play my first match, which was good because I definitely needed practice because I have never played before. So it was great, learned a lot, and we had 2 players there helping us kind of go along just in case we had any questions. I did pretty well. I don't think I had any questions, and I won, so that was great. In the tournament, I used Chaos Darkus and Pyrus. I used my Chaos Pandox as always, which was to be expected. And I went with my Darkest Truncanus because I had the Evos for him, and I feel like he was good for me. And then Pyrus Tertronium Ultra. So the reason I got that Tertronium Ultra is, as we discussed in the previous episode, it was that reroll. And boy, did it come in handy sometimes. I definitely missed a few times, and him having the ability to reroll was great. So something I noticed in the tournament was a lot of people were using Aurelius Hydronoid Ultra. So they're using decks which focused mostly around red fists. And if you don't know anything about Aurelius Hydronoid Ultra, is when he opens on a red fist, he gets plus, I think it's 2,000 B power. So it's pretty much impossible for you to beat him. So that's something to look out for. That's definitely meta. So that's something to look out for. I don't play towards meta, but if you're interested, that's definitely the one to start with. Building a red fist deck and going after that. Ways that I could think to stop it. Pyrus has cards that make it so you win a battle based off of damage, not B power. So that would be a card to look out for. I didn't even know that card existed until this tournament, by the way. So yeah, that shows how my noob level. So that's something to be aware of, is if you're not gonna play Aurelius Hydronoid Ultra, definitely look for excuse me, those Pyrus cards that can make it so damage is what wins battles, not B power. So yeah, like I said, it was great. There were a few YouTubers there. Firelina was there. Ethan was there, obviously. It was 24 players. I came in 17th out of 24. I'm happy with that. For my first tournament, I won 2 out of my 5 matches. And then if you add my one in my practice match in before, that was 3 out of my 6 matches that I played ever. So I'm 50-50 right now, which is great. Firelina got in 3rd place, and 1st place was Alex. He was undefeated, which is great because that's like crazy skill right there. But yeah, the store was great. Store owner was great. I learned a lot. Definitely started to learn kind of what the meta was. It kind of seemed like everyone was playing at least one Pyrus. Definitely some Aurelius in there, especially with the cards coming out from Age of Aurelius. So that's something to look out for. But yeah, it was great. I had a great time. Shout out to Psycho Turtle. Again, link in the description below for their store. If you want to go check them out, they have tournaments every Saturday at 6 p.m., which is great because I might start attending those every once in a while. It's a little far for me, but it's not too bad. And if I go maybe once a month or once every 2 months. That'd be cool, and I could grow my learning skills, because right now there's nowhere local that has this for me because I'm in Orange County. But yeah, it was fun. Had a great time. Again, the store was great. Everyone was really helpful. So that's something I noticed when I was playing. All the players were willing to help, and no one really was like super pissed off that I was a newbie and like that it was like kind of slow closing my Bakugan. That's something you need to work on, guys. If you're gonna go to these tournaments, just try to grasp on how your Bakugan closed. I had a few times where I had trouble closing them up because they get caught on certain areas. That'll change with practice. And then another tip for you guys going to tournaments: mark your cores. You need to make sure that you know which cores are yours. So on the bottom of them, where they have how much B power they add or how much damage they add or subtract, put your initials or something with a Sharpie. That way, if someone has the same core as you and you guys are trying to figure out whose is whose at the end, you know whose is whose. So yeah, I marked mine all with a Sharpie, so they have my initials on them, so I won't be confused. So yeah, that's the tip. Big tip right there. Mark your stuff with a Sharpie and learn how to close your Bakugan. Other than that, it's all kind of pretty naturally. Know the rules really helps. If you read them on the website, it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, I didn't really have any questions as I was going through it. It was more my stuff was more questions on what does that card do, because I don't really know. But yeah, people were really willing to explain, so it was great. And tournament scenes just now is like just growing, so now's a good time to get into it. So yeah, check it out. Psycho Turtle and Downey tournaments every Saturday at 6, and they have a good amount of Bakugan there for sale as well. They have singles and they have the packs, and you can buy individual cards. They have a bunch of stuff, so go check them out. Anyways, see you guys next time. Next week, we will be talking about Darkus and Pyrus, and going more into detail into them, and we can talk about them more. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye.